plugin called Business Directory. I had it only available to my staff, and we had 2 categories, clients and suppliers. So who do we contact for pens and liquid paper, and who do we contact for, well, old school, you know, we're accountants. So who do we contact for, what's our client list? What are their addresses? We go on site for all of our clients. So a map for all of our clients, because the business directory, if you put in the address of the business, will bring up a little Google Map thing that points where it is, right? So we had all the information we needed for all of our clients that no one else can access because it's right there on our website for my staff to see. When I wanted to share news with the team, hey, we just landed this really big contract, that's awesome, I created a post. And I had a page that would just show blog posts, a gallery of some sort. It was fantastic. So we could all share news, and they could share news on that page as well. We could share information. I could put in we've implemented a new process. What's the process? The process was posted up there for everyone to see forever and beyond. So everybody loves free shit, right? So we all have this free shit offering for our clients. So I'm talking with Anne at a networking event, and I find out that, she needs bookkeeping help, and I have this free tax guide I can send her. But maybe Anne doesn't have a business card because she just started her business. She doesn't really even think it's a business yet. And I said, well, I'm going to send you this tool. It can be really helpful. So I go on my phone, and it's not this page, but let's pretend it's called Networking Follow-Up List Building, because that's really easy to write when you're on the go. So I'm going to go to my website / my awesome ass networking follow-up page, and I'm going to have this form here, and it says it was great to connect. So I'm going to say, what's your name, Anne? Okay, what's your email, Anne? And I give it to her. So what have I done? Just by putting in her name and email address after a networking event, I have now sent her the free shit that I wanted to send her. I've now created an opportunity for ongoing conversation by saying, if you don't learn anything, the coffee's on me. If you need anything or have any other questions, call me. Right? So I've now just sent that call to action to her. Her name and email address have now been added into a spreadsheet on the back end of my website because it's in the database that I can then upload into my Constant Contact, MailChimp, etc. And all I had to do was put in the name and email address. So we come back from our networking event, we go through all our business cards. So if I have 10 business cards, I'm going to say, oh, it was great to connect, awesome to see you at this networking event, here's a link to my free shit, call me, blah, blah, Angèle, send. Oh, and so on and so on for the 10. Sometimes maybe you're you're at a conference and you meet 50 people, you're going to send that out to? Hell no. I was spending way too much time writing emails. This way, I'm writing the same damn email anyways, so it's going to send it out. Now, maybe with Anne, I'm going to actually go in and write an email. Or I'm going to say, you'll get an email in your mailbox with my link to my free shit, and I'll send you an email to follow up about X that we're talking about. This is my page right now up on my website, because it's the beginning of the year. So everyone that has bought the spreadsheet system I have for them in the past, there's new spreadsheets available. So I have to send them all an email saying the new spreadsheets are ready for you to download. Now, I have about 300 people right now who have bought this in the past 3 years. Do I want to be sending out 300 emails? Not really. But I can spend half an hour, name, email, product code, and put it all in, because that's easy, and be done with it and move on with my day. Now, I have some bloggers who have a very similar set of spreadsheets, but specifically for bloggers. So then I go through my blogger list that have purchased this or that I've given over the years. Name, email, product code. Boom, done. Everything I need to know is now in a spreadsheet. And I can do anything I want with that spreadsheet. I can upload it anywhere. So this saves me a crap ton of money and a lot of time, and it makes it really, really easy to follow up when I need to follow up with people. So a few things that you can do. You can build an intranet type environment for your staff. You can build maybe even a client portal. I have seen time tracking plugins, start time, end time. You can even put that on the staff page. You want your staff to track their time and you want to have access to it, but you don't want to pay or maybe you can't pay for a project management system, and you don't want them all to have, you don't want to buy 10 QuickBooks licenses, because you can do it in QuickBooks, but you don't want to have 10 QuickBooks licenses so that you're all logged into your company account all at the same time. So you just go in and add some sort of a time tracker onto your staff page. Each staff has their own page, they have their start time, end time. Boom, it's done and you have the information. You can schedule shifts. Now I have a client who's got the small gift shop type store in the middle of nowhere. So obviously she's not going to be spending a lot of money on certain, on a point of sale and a different tool. So she uses that. And she's got all her shifts are put in, and she sends it out to, she'll send out a link saying, the schedule's been updated, go sign in and look at it. And who can look at it? The people who are signed in as staff. So I have about 30 recurring appointments each month. So instead, I go in my Outlook, I print out a list of my appointments that are already in my calendar, I send her that list, and I say, I want you to send emails to those people. She and I are the only ones who have access to this specific page, the real one. So she puts in name, email, the date. This again is with Visual Form Builder. I don't work for them, by the way, I just love their plugin. So you pick the date, and then you pick the time, and send email, and the email sends out. It's got the logo, it looks like an email that I would have sent through Outlook, except for the link of where it comes from. And she'll spend maybe 15 minutes doing that. And then she can move on to doing other stuff, like invoicing my clients so that we can have money. Right? Speaking of invoicing clients, maybe you don't want to go into QuickBooks. Maybe you don't want to pay for FreshBooks or all of the other, there's great tools out there, but again, sometimes depending on budget or depending on how you feel about where you want to spend your money, maybe you have the money, you have other priorities, or you just don't want to pay the money for those types of tools, you can actually create client invoices in QuickBooks, and you send it out to the client. Give me an idea of what it is that you think you would want to do with the website, and we'll try and figure out together how you can do it. Real quick and easy. I do, but then I use that as list building, so putting in my list, and then I import that list into my MailChimp or vertical response. But this is just an easy way for me, and I can be on the fly. I can be meeting with Anne at a networking event, and she doesn't have a business card. And on the fly, I can put in her information, and I know it's now been uploaded into my site. You create a form, and and then you embed that form on any page on your website, wherever it is you want them to go. You put in name, email address, whatever other information you want to collect from that client, and access your free shit. And when you set up the email or the form, you set it up that it sends a confirmation to the client, or you can have it redirect to a page where the free shit's right there for them to download.
Okay, so what plugin is that?
That's all Visual Form Builder. Most of everything I've shown you, and these are all tools I use in my business day to day to day. And it's all Visual Form Builder. But anything you want to do, I want to have my client do this. WordPress plugin. Be as specific as you can with your sentence. You will find tools in most cases. There's nothing I have searched for yet that I have not found a tool for. I paid $10. And then they came out last year with some add-ons. And in order to get like the white background instead of like the basic ugly gray form, I paid $15 for the form designer. I have 5 websites. It's on all my 5 websites. You have no idea how much I have. I think I'm down to like 1/100th of a cent per use at this point. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculously cheap. It's the best $10 I've ever spent.